Hello. No. Hey guys, this is again the continuation stream. Due to some work, I had to step out and I'll be continuing from where I left, right? Uh, Going to do non-stop designing for 1.5 or so, and we'll take breaks, but 10 minutes breaks, not bunch breaks. So I'll just wait for like 5 minutes and we'll see if people are joining in. If they're not joining in, then that's also fine. I'll be going ahead with the problem, right? So we'll not wait for much time now. No, not even 5. Let's just wait for 3 minutes. Get started. Cool, I will get started now, I think. Feel free to let me know if my voice is not audible or anything like that. But yeah. So this is where we were at. We wanted to now proceed with the class diagram, right? What we were discussing is that this is how the customer would look like. And then we would have a order item, right? Order item, I think these things are good enough for order item. But the next class that we would create is order. So let's create that also here only, and then later we'll see how we want to reorder them, right? So order again ID will always be there, and then you will have a order ID. So this will also have a customer ID. I think in the last of the stream, Lali, Patak, and Arindam, so you guys also were brainstorming around that, right? So basically ID and customer ID, we don't want to, this is like when you have an item in your order, right? That's like this item. And then in your order, it's like a bigger mapping over order item, right? So this would have list of order items, basically, order item map. and then customer item, and then order status, whether it is delivered or what, right? And so this would be your order thing. And now, as we discussed our order status, we would have order status as a enum. So enum, and this would have like ID, not ID. This is like order out for delivery, that sort of things. But what would be the best names, right? Pending, placed. Yeah, one would be like it is pending, or placed is like you have just placed your order and it could be shipped. These are like what on Amazon comes, right? And then delivered, and then it could be cancelled. So pending would be like your payment is pending. Like you could have like payment pending, like this. But again, right? We should not spend so much time on. So I'll use V instead of U, right? So that's probably better. Would the ID of customer be same as the customer ID in the order? Yes, yes. That's the point of this order, right? So this customer ID is like who is placing that order. If I have order, this customer ID would be there, so that I can get like the backend can get more details about the customer. So, bro, you are being very generous, bro. Huge. So, okay, this is what, and I would like to, how many people are watching? 10 people, right? I sorry, guys, really want to apologize. Today is Rakhi, right? So it's a good day, good festival. So I have lot of family members visiting. I did not know that today is Rakhi for some reason. So I was not still I have my aim is to be at live at 6 p.m. So hopefully we will do that. At least the design part we should cover. So now how things are being attached, right? So order ID has a relation to order item, and then order item is related to your product. Order ID is also related to customer ID, right? So probably this order status can be placed somewhere here, and this order ID can be brought in the middle, right? And this order item can go a little bit on the top, and that's how we can create the relationship. So order has a customer ID, order has list of products, order ID has products. Now the all of these relationship will have a name, right? Will have some names, but I would say that no need to uh, no need to like learn those, but it's automatically under before interview you can just revise that. That's what I generally do. I revise those patterns name, but yes, but other than that I don't do anything about it. So this order status will have this, right? So that is how our UI is looking like. So you have order, so let's see. So we have customer, product category, yes. Cart is something that is missing, right? So now this customer always has its own cart, right? And cart can have list of products, right? So cart will somewhat will fit here. And then from cart you can place order directly, right? So cart, this is our cart. So we can just say that cart has ID. Devdatta, yes, we will meet, bro. Devdatta, yes, bro. We will meet at 7 p.m. Looking forward to it. Vaibhav Agarwal, I would not say upload logs is anything different, right? Upload logs is very similar to PubSub model. So that upload logs, I feel like it is on top of my mind, right? I just read your question and then did that. Now I will be starting with the problems that are top asked, right? Because that makes your solid. Just like we do lead code, right? You could argue with that approach, but it is not like that you can build upload logs without knowing the basics of LLD, right? One should practice LLD. Even I have designed unknown problems in my LLD interviews. Nutanix, Observe, all of these asked me problems that are not there. But those all come in you practice. It's like saying that you don't want to solve two sum because the probability of coming two sum in interview is very less. But two sums makes your base of hash map, right? But yeah, I'll not be so if the chat thing, right? I'll be answering chat questions I do around that. But most in this, I'll be focusing on LLD, right? Like, feel free to give your opinion, guys. That's okay. But this is a learning thing. We cannot solve all the problems out there. Even every system will become a LLD question. Now you can only do ton, right? So that ton is like 20 to 30 most asked problem. I see someone disliked the stream, but that's okay. Now feel free to like it if you find it helpful. Cool. Yeah, bro, it is already there. Not in the end. I have already shared bento link, right? If you go to my bento link, you can go to this. This has all the top list questions. This is not even my resource. I always share the resources of people who are genuine. These are the top interview asked question, right? Now, don't judge anything by just your one interview, right? Like you cannot judge based on how your SD2 interview was. People have been asked book my show, right? So it's like there are a lot of openings, guys, lot of interviews happening. So don't judge anything just by one, how your one interviews went, right? That's what I did. I gave more than 100 rounds, probably at more than 25 companies. That kind of opened my horizon to like we should not restrict to one pattern, right? I have failed a lot of interviews, I have cleared a lot of interviews. As simple as that. Cool again. Sorry for getting distracted. So what I was saying is we are at cart, right? So if anyone is asking question, like I have a habit of replying, which I need to work on because that helps me in losing the focus. So I'll be answering. Don't mind if I don't answer anyone's question, or it's not even a question, it's a chat, right? You are guys, I am neither a genius and you guys are neither not a genius, right? You could be better than me. So if you want to have a chat thing, then we do generally that at 10:30. This is more of a LLD stream, right? So we'll stick to that. So okay, cart ID will always be there. No point of spending. So cart. So this cart is of some user, right? So probably we could have a customer ID here, debatable thing again. And then cast will have list of product items, right? Now in your cart, you could have different quantities, basically, right? So, so maybe we can have it in a some sort of a list also, or you can have it in a map also. So map I generally create using like, or you can say product items. This is the map, right? So this will be ID and product like this. And then you will have all the like getters and setters. These are getters and setters. And then here you will have a cart. So cart, this is of type cart, right? Seems like okay to me. We'll make this small and then we'll have a relationship with the customer. And as this has a product ID, it contains that. So it has a relationship with the product also. What that relationship is association composition, that's okay. You guys can learn OOPS principles. So if you go to main.java, right? Not main.xcali. So these are my notes that I use. I think I might have not shared, but these are some of the relationships, right? Uh, I have never been asked that what is the relationship unless I say it out loud, right? So that's something that you need to be cautious about. I don't think because it is like cramming them, right? No one will know these relationship, right? Same is with the design patterns. So you might have done singleton. Singleton is one of the design pattern that you might have done on your job, but you don't know that, okay, there is a singleton pattern that is also there, right? But yeah, it is there. So now we want to create Amazon service. Let's call it service because each of this Amazon service, right? This is our bigger class. Now Amazon service, right? Again, we will be doing everything in memory here. No need to create repositories. No need to follow the patterns. You can follow, but I think it's okay. ID, and then you have so you have a Amazon ID and what else? And this Amazon service is going to be singleton, right? So instant singleton pattern, right? This will is of type Amazon service and is singleton. And then you need to have all your orders or your customers map, and then let's say your orders map, all the products map, and then what else? Yeah, these all things are important. And about the function, so we'll go to our this thing. So you can, so now here, right, there could be some admin operations, but will only concern about the user operations for now. Now you could have search product fee, right? Search product. Then you could have place order, right? Then again, you will have all of these add product or add user, add customer. All of these would be there. So on, right? Getters and setters. These are like more like getters and setters. But important is like search and place order, which could both be implemented in a brute force fashion. So now this has a user, customer also, orders also. It basically has everything, right? So you can just create a link of this to everything. Then bring the customer a little bit down. So you have orders, you have customers, and then you have products also. Right? Mhm. I think this is good enough. Now there could be conversations. So now when you place an order here, you need a payment service. Now for this, everything is always the same, right? You can probably always, this is something that I always, you can keep it like separate here. So payment, what do we call? Shall we call it payment service, and then payment service will have a payment, or you can just say payment strategy here, and then this will be of different types. Or let's just call it payment. This is like the easiest way to showcase that you know how to do strategy pattern and inheritance, right? So credit card payment. To keep it simple, I'm using short forms, but you should not use it in the interview, right? UPI payment. Uh, let's not use short forms. Then these all have the relationship to this. And then this payment has a very important thing, process payment. Very simple thing, guys, very intuitive things, but this payment will again be used by this Amazon service class. I think in this place order, I'll keep this. So yes, this is making things a lot of ugly, right? So is there a way I can avoid this? Yes, I can avoid this. Let's take this outside here, keep it here, and then bring customer little bit on the this side. Take cart here, this here, and then you can check out a link from here to here, and then make it little bit like this. Cool. And probably you can move this to, okay, why is this? I will move this here, and then these are your properties of your Amazon class. That looks much readable and much better like this. Simple, nothing fancy. You should keep it simple, right? Okay. Lock and all will happen, bro. Lock and all are advanced topics. So I think you are, maybe you not sure whether. So feel free to also introduce you guys when you come and chat. So we are following this framework that is I personally follow in all of the designs. So your lock and everything will come in when you are implementing it. I don't think these will come in your design because this is very LLD oriented design. Like again, I would say it could vary, but once you are ready for that question to come, you will be ready for the answer. If you are asked to drive the interview, this is how I would drive it. Like I would uh, first focus on the design diagram, which has kind of gone out of hand here. Let me copy everything. And by all means, guys, feel free to suggest or let me know, right? Any suggestions or any thoughts? Because in last stream, I was when doing like two important people were there, like two persons were there who were chatting with me, and it was really good, but I had to drop off. So I think here it is good enough design to leave it there. You could make it more complex by adding a lot of things by saying that this is all model and all. But even if I think you are designing this, it would take you at least 15 to 20 minutes. And then user could ask you to go back to now designing, right? That could be the ask then. And lot of things can change. So how I would, based on the experience, what I've seen is either you are asked to design a class diagram or write a code. If let's say in the interview it comes to me that I need to do a code only, right? Then I won't do a class diagram and I won't even do this. I would be doing this practically in the code. So that's how I approach this. I have done that in Bitco and a couple of other startups. That you should not waste your time on the whiteboard if they want in the end is a running code. Then that's like wastage of your time. It should not do that. That's highly my suggestion. Cool. Forgot to change this one. Okay. Yes, that is true, Vaibhav, in some of the streams. But if, let's say, they have asked you simple question like snake and ladder, they would ask you to just write a working code and it should be working. And even in Flipkart, they ask you a working code. So they will ask you working code. In companies that I have been asked working code is like Observe AI, Flipkart, Bitgo, right? And Vimeo. If you guys have heard about it, Vimeo is like a same to YouTube. Today's stream looks good. Thank you so much, Manas. The first version of this stream, you guys can skip that. Probably I have messed. I was not available in that one. So looks good. What else? Have we missed anything? So you have a chart. Let's fill some functions also of this, right? So let's say so all of these customer, I'm just putting it at like let's put getters and setters, right? That's one thing it would have, and then you would have like you could get cart of it again. That's a getters and setter and get orders, right? All of these are get setters, right? So you could add order to your order list, right? That's not a setter. Add order. So name, email, and password will also be there. But do we really want to keep it here? It would be no, that's okay. I'm only trying to add like the important things. You could clear the cart or you could let's say clean cart, right? Or empty cart. Again, order will also have getters and setters. And what else order will have? You could cancel the order. Getters and setters for all of these items. That's okay. What else? Order one of the property that we missed is like amount. I think seems good enough. Let me do order ID. I'm thinking of putting Copilot also on the side, but do I have text? Let's try that out. perspective, from interview point of view, we want to keep things minimal but effective, such things that are achievable within 1 hour and 30 minutes. Give me, is this entities good? I will be using Java. Don't give me the solution. Just be a helpful buddy. Vaibhav Agarwal, bro, we can discuss it in the tonight call, bro. So this is like ask me everything from everyday IST. I need to get the clarified question first. I did not understand your question. I just understood the topic. So uh, we can discuss it in 10 to 10:30 thing. Your entity list is excellent for minimal yet effective. It covers flows, browsing, ordering, paymenting. You have essential. And also try to ask Copilot how they would design and then see if there was some missing. Address, inventory, review, rating that we already discussed. Stock management we will do with is will the Skelly be able to read my current file? No, it can't. Yeah, I thought so. A cool extension would be to read that and pass it as a context to this. Just an awesome idea. That so Copilot for Xcali basically. That's like really cool idea, I think. If anyone is watching, they can please implement it and let me know once it is ready to use. Cool, guys. This is, I think, good enough. We'll move to the coding part of it now. So this is good enough, and then the next is coding implementation. We'll drop this. Don't need this for now. Want to make things a little bit easy for me down the line. Also, we could start from customer. Let's start from customer only. I need to stop. Do I have, I think option tab is what that gives on the suggestions. Last time I did that command tab, I think. So that opens, was it options? That is not the right key. So is it control slash, tab slash, no, shift slash. Does anyone knows how to enable the suggestions? Command slash. Oh, bro. Command slash. No, no. Shift Control P. It is option slash. But why is it not working? Option slash. Yeah. So this whole thing, right? This we don't want. But sometimes it is helpful. So that's when we will use it. So we have a customer class, right? Now private. Basically what I want to tell you is private int. Let's keep ID as int for now. And if I do options in this, it should fill actually. Why is this plus thing coming? Thing is wrong, bro. Is it shift option tab? No, leave it. Call it string for now. We'll create a map also of string. And then you can have private, what were other things? You can have name, email, cart, so string name, private, string email. Email could be of email type also. And then there will be order history, getters and setters. But that I will skip for now. I'll just put ID is something that we can generate. Name and email we will take in. That's like add more functionalities will be there, but let's create a new file. Let's create product, class product, and again private thing ID will be there. Private for now, let's call it price will be amount int, private int stock, and then private product category will be product category, right? What else? Let's create enum product category and we'll call it clothing or electronics or household, then miscellaneous and whatnot. Don't waste much time on these. What else was there in our design? What else was there in our design? Price is available and all that is available and update stock, right? So let's design that actually. Public product string name also. Name is the very important thing. Name. Did I not add name here also? That's these kind of things. Name is there. String name, and you might have some price in your mind. Int amount. Let's call it price. Price is better. MRP. MRP is much better. And let's say stock also we need to add. And then product category also we need to send in. So now I want to use that slash thing. Will it come? Yes. This is helpful because this is not helping me in any way. Now I'll take like 5 minutes break because we need to get up from the chair, stretch ourselves. Then we'll pick it up from here. Hey Apku, uh, just saw your message on the chat, bro. I'm unable to solve questions on my own. I take a lot of time and also don't understand the suit even. Bro, bro, Ghana Prakash, because it happens with everyone, bro. You are not new, okay? It happens with everyone. So you are just starting out, Ghana. Ghana, Karan Yadav, bro, I would say that you don't even need DSA. You don't even need DSA for 4LPA, like TCS and all of these companies, right? They mostly focus on aptitude, bro. But I am not the best person to give you that advice, brother, because I myself I am not like I have never got that, or I have not even given those interviews. So probably just watch the experience of Cognos and TCS and Infosys and all. I know that they might ask hard questions in their way, but I think in the interviews that doesn't happen. So I would suggest you join tonight's stream. In that there are some folks who have worked there. So those people will be able to provide you some intuition. That is for you, Karan Jadhav. You were hearing, Karan? Probably now you guys can hear me. Uh, okay. So product, right? So two important function we want to build for this product is we want to update its class, updates its stock, and also up, basically decrease the stock, right? Public update. So now there are different methods, but we want to make this synchronized basically. Publish, int, update. Like let me add getters and setters. Public string get ID, return ID, public string name, return name, public string, public int, get name, get price, return price. Now public boolean synchronized boolean is available. You will return if stock is greater than 0. So now here, right, I have a question. Command I. Is this good way to handle concurrent requests? Please help me understand and give alternatives as well. Right? So again, so one of our requirements was that we want to make it concurrent, right? One of our requirement on this system should handle concurrent updates, right? Concurrent requests. Basically, two different threads, maybe me and Manas here, or let's say Messi and Ronaldo, they won't want to get a Ballon d'Or. So Ballon d'Or is now available on Amazon, right? You can get a Ballon d'Or for yourself. So both of them are placing the order. Now we want to make sure that only one of them get it right. So that's why if they both come to this and they both get the answer for this, then that would become chaos. So now I did ask it a question. Where did the answer go? Did I not press enter? Damn it, bro. Did I not ask it? I think then maybe this is not working. I need to, okay, it's working. So, okay, the use of synchronize. Okay, bro. Okay. So that only one thread I can do, which can prevent the range conditions when multiple access here data. However, in this is available only reads the value, does not modify it. So, okay. So is it not okay? Is often unnecessary unless the start can be changed by other threads. Okay, so maybe it is not good. That's good. Good information. Getting a call. But is there any other way also? This is something that I was thinking, but I want to think if there is any other way. Hey bro, hey, uh, why you are not writing by yourself? I am writing by myself only, Rhythm Datta. So if you watch the previous team, I was writing by myself also. But there is a question that came to my mind. So that so now I'm doing this is available, right? Probably Pratik, you can help it here. You might have Java experience, right? Now, one way that I know is that you can directly use synchronized. Okay. You can use synchronized here and then you can use synchronized for two functions. So you basically we want two functions. So I have Arindam, just for your knowledge, we have updated the design. So I've completed the design part of it. Now we are at the implementation part of it, right? So this is the second session of this stream. I think, yeah, 53 minutes. So for this, we need these two functions, right? Update stock and is updatable. Now, there could be various ways of it. One is synchronized, right? But I'd want to ask something else. That was my question to basically Copilot. Now I have lost the question. Uh, what I asked it is like, is there any better way of using synchronized? Synchronized is something that I am aware of. So then he suggested that, okay, so I have another function. Okay, let's not do it this way. Uh, cancel, and then cancel, close. So let's create another in public synchronized boolean, not synchronized, void update stock and int delta. This is something that you will minus from the stock. This dot stock is equal to this dot stock plus delta, right? So this is one function whether you're placing order or whether admin is updating the stock, right? Now this is one way of doing this, right? This is one way of doing the concurrent handling. What would be other ways? Also explain the current ways and keep in mind that we want to understand from interviewer perspective at top companies. So so many requests comes, right? Highly scalable. Let's see what it has to say. See, this is how you should leverage AI if anyone is watching. Leverage it to understand for yourself, right? So this is great question. Let's break down your current approach and discuss alternatives suitables for high concurrent environments. Current row, synchronize method. Yeah, that is true. But at least we know one answer, right? That is good thing. If someone is not even aware of synchronized method, I was not. So yeah, random data, tell trees and linked list. Priyansh, Andy, I don't mind, bro. Why would I mind? Priyansh, Very valid question, and I don't mind, bro. I am chill, right? So I think stop. Stop. I should keep this screen. So Priyansh, Andy, are you listening? Let me know in chat if you are still listening or you have dropped off. Then I'll give you a reply why Java and not simple like Python. Yes, okay. So, bro, the thing is that each language, right, when it comes to low level design, you will be judged on various principles. Like your code should be maintainable if you. So, this is like I do live streams almost every day and I give insights on various things. So, let me show you this. Why do we basically do low level design and solid principle, right? Code should be clean, maintainable, extensible, and testable, right? Important for production level systems. Now, Java is a old language. Basically, lot of concepts, even like object-oriented programming, the concept of classes, objects, and all of these, right? Like even if you see classes, there is a direct thing for class. Like if you talk about Golang, then we have structs and whatnot in Golang, right? So DSA, sorry, LLD and Java is they're kind of meant for each other, right? So each of the pattern examples that you will see, it is very easily understandable in Java, right? And I have always done DSA in Java, so I do LLD in Java. So companies like Uber, Walmart, they all have their backend in Java, right? So they really like Java. Now that's one part of the question. Now, do you really need to do it in Java? No. Answer for that is no. You can do it in Python, right? If you understand object-oriented programming like Python, how good object-oriented it is. It is, I don't think so. It is very good, right? So let's go ask the question. So is Python object oriented language? Mind my spellings, don't. And if give me some comparisons of it with Java. I think it's a functional programming language. Python is object, okay, fully supporting such that Python, yeah, including procedural and functional, right? So first of all, typing is different. So see, it is also object oriented, right? So you can do that in Python also. So that's so let's see the example of sample. So this is how Java would look like. This is how Python would look like. Simple. You can do that, bro. I think there would not be even if this is one of the resource that I use for LLD preparation. Now, if we go to its Amazon's design, we can see that they have Python implementation. That's well and good, right? So you should watch this and then go ahead, use Java. Python, sorry. It's my that I do DSA also in Java, and I can so LLD language would be such that you should be able to write the code without using Google. Okay, you should be able to write the code without using Google. Like I wrote in LLD interview of Flipkart, I wrote 400 lines of code without using the internet because I am that good with that language. So in your life, you should be good with that one language at least, right? Rest you can use Google, right? In your job, do you like really code without using Google? No, right? Uh, so Pratik, that's good, bro. So I was asking you this, right? So I always use this synchronized kind of things so that to make it concurrent. Now, oh, yes, yes. Priyansh, like you are a college student, you are working professional. Welcome to the channel. You're probably new. Uh, so, Pratik, what I was asking is, bro, like I know this method, so I'm just contemplating with Copilot that what other method we could use. So, atomic integer. Thank you, sir. Welcome, and I don't mind, bro. You can ask me questions. That's what the goal of this stream is, right? Otherwise, I could just sit and do. And it's not like I don't really need to do LLD also now, but I'm doing it for fun. So, update stock, add and get. Okay, this is new thing I have learned add and get. Non-blocking better performance. Okay, so read, enter and log. This I know that only one re-enter and log read could be done by multiples. Read write log. Yeah, see, that is easy, bro. That I already knew. But I want to know some pros and cons of it. Alternative, high scalability, right? We want high scalability. The re-entrant is better then because is available would say yes to both of these then. Anyone can do. Like if there are two threads and both are calling is available, then both will be able to call because that's a read operation, right? Now update stock will only be done by one, right? Yes, yes, bro. I never used auto suggestions. Even bro, here I am not. So if you will see my interview, that video that I'll create from it, I'll not use auto suggestions. You should not use auto suggestion. This is like we want to learn. This is not something that I'm not giving a test here, right? Uh, I never use auto suggestions, bro. It kills the purpose of low level design interview if you're using auto suggestions. For small thing, it is okay. But if let's say I do something like this here, if I go to customer class and I do options slash slash, now I think it why sometimes it is working and sometimes it is not working. That's something I'm not able to understand. But there is a shortcut. So you see that I have stopped the auto suggestions toggle. There is a toggle. But otherwise, if I would just do something like this, right, Copilot will fill the whole screen. That is something you should avoid, bro. Even I don't have experience with the executor. I thought that you would have. You have worked in Java, right? So atomic integer. So I think in the so re-entrant long I understood. Optimated compare and swap is also good. Synchronize is simple. Atomic preferred for counters and simple. Re-entrant I read good heavy. That is good. This is not a heavy scenario. So now let's you see always compare the trade-offs. Simple, safe, bottleneck, low concurrency, atomic, fast, lock-free, limited to primitives. That is okay. Yeah, they are also saying this synchronized is okay. Yeah, then we can stick with synchronized. But I feel like this is also a good approach. So we'll accept his answer. Will oh my God. This is okay. Then let's keep it this way. But see, this is how. Now just I press random that I pressed options and slash. You see the auto suggestion came right. Now I can do. Now again I would like to do that. You will see that it will write the whole code itself. You'll see this. This is now I'm pressing that Copilot tab. I'm not even doing anything. This is Copilot doing its magic. Now, why it is not completing it in one go, that is something like when we do work for, when we do our regular work, we highly leverage Copilot nowadays, right? But in interviews, bro, you should not. Copilot is Copilot and also auto suggestions. For getters and setters, you can do that. Like, getters and setters, see, this is getters and setter, right? Automatically, auto suggestion came, I'll just press tab. This is okay, but for the crust clauses, you should not do. But yeah, bro, not wasting much time here. You could use it for a lock executor in Data. So what I know is that executor has a set of locks. So it's like a thread pool, right, Pratik? So executor is more of a thread pool. Is executor in Java uh, like a thread pool? Yeah, I think when I learned thread pool that time it came, but I have no practical experience. Yeah, thread pool, right? You can pick it up. But I think you are also correct, Arindam Datta. So if there will be parallel processing, you would use thread pool. So thread of tens, so you could run this 10 times. Yes, yes, it is a thread pool, right? Yes, yes. Yeah, bro. So that is what. Uh, Arindam Datta, so you have been following this from 2 hours now. What do you think of the live stream, this one? I'm like, think of it in a way that both of the streams are joined and we are doing this for like 3 to 4 hours. I know today we had to take a break and whatnot. I had to drop off. Really sorry for that. But overall idea, what do you think of the idea? This is good, right? Probably with less chat because we want to complete. So 4 hours, I think if we spend good 4 hours on every problem, we will be able to do the requirements, design classes, design class diagram, implementation, and then design patterns. We will be able to do that in 4 hours. What do you think of the structure? Hey Jagrit, initially when you started, you used to write it on. Now that you don't require pen. Yes, yes, bro. Even I wrote it on a pen and paper. Yesterday, only couple of days back, I was telling that, but I would not recommend that, bro. You solve the problem again. No need to write it on pen and paper. So product is good. Product category is not used. It is why is like get product category. Do we really need it? No, we don't need it. Going back to the class, then what else we had? We had a cart. For cart, we need product. That is something that we can create later. But I would now go ahead with order item, right? Order item is the next. So we have customer, product, order item, and then order. Those makes more sense. So we'll create a order item dot java and then private string ID. Do we really need ID? Yeah, that's maybe we want to just get that. And then private string product ID, private string product quantity, public order item. Here you could just for simplicity, you could also have like product here. That would also be fine. But I don't want to make it that complex. You could like, I always believe that you could just say these things out loud and then again I'm to use autofill here. Yes, yes, good for me. Like it is no way meant for seniors, bro. Are you going to solve lead code today? Yes, bro. That will happen here in this stream. 10:30. This is going to be always there for some time now. Bro, the club thing I have told you guys, right? So even I came to know about this club thing that a club is not it is like a way of for you guys to support if you want to support the channel because half of the revenue goes to YouTube, half of the revenue comes to me. So it is a way of if you want to support the channel, you want to support the live streams and whatnot. That is why you should join the club. It is by no means you should like there is no nothing crazy that is happening in the club. Let me be very straightforward here, right? It is just if you want to support the channel or you want to grow the channel, that's the only thing that you would join the club for. And then some random chit chat and our weekly streams that we will have where we all would be on video, but fun part mostly. But if you want, let's say you want to get benefit from it, like you are expecting that okay, you'll become a genius if you join the club. No, that's not true. You will just get a support. That's the only thing. No, no, bro, there's no point, Ali Muhammad Sheikh. You are right. Even I thought of that yesterday, but no, no, there is no point, bro. It is good. Anyway, I have not said that to so much. I have, yeah, dance and ESA will be there in the club. Anyway, it's like 60 rupees per month, and then 30 is what I think it will come to me. So that's like 1 rupees per. per day. But yeah, that I'll not run something personally, bro. If I feel like okay, I'm doing something crazy, then I might. But as of now, it's just fun stuff, right? So it's just like buying a chips or so. But don't be intrigued to join that, okay? Don't if you want to support this random me speaking, coming here, you want to motivate me to do all this, then only you do it, okay? Otherwise, don't be intrigued to. This is anyway going to happen, right? It's like, and definitely I'll be chatting to members more. That goes without saying. Bro, that is just a fun thing, bro. That is just a fun thing, right? See, a suggestion from would be to make a private WhatsApp group, take membership there and no, 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 no. So what Mohammed Sheikh do you think that I would share there? Like my dance videos? No, no, no. Just kidding, bro. See, there's no. It's okay. I think I have started it for fun, so we'll continue it that way. But I did not know, bro. Half of the revenue goes to YouTube. That's like crazy. I only came to know about today only. Did you guys know about this? Not sure how, bro, but it is like crazy. You could go to my Instagram. There would be some of the reels. I do crazy dance though. I don't know how to dance, but yeah. Okay, bro. I think we are going to need another session to complete this. But yeah. So order item, right? So order item, these are the two important things. So let's create a order class now. Mohammed Sheikh, you knew you also run a YouTube channel activity. But bro, 50% is crazy. I never thought about like 50% is crazy. So tomorrow, Arindam Datta, you are still here, right? Only yes. Tomorrow we are going to meet, bro, at 3 p.m. So I have got more votes around 3 p.m. only. I don't want to spoil your Sunday night. And today was anyway Rakhi day. So the poll that I have created, I have got votes for. Uh, Let me just check latest. Yeah, so 6 votes. 50% is saying Sunday 3 p.m. So let's meet tomorrow at 3 p.m. We'll do introductory sections. We'll get to know more about you guys. I'll also share some details about me, and they'll make it like video. Be prepared to keep your videos on because that's how you build that attachment with people, right? Just voice is not good enough. Pratik De, bro, if you also want to join, bro, then you have to join the channel, bro. Uh, it's like support the channel. But don't be intrigued to join that. It's just like if you guys want to support the channel, please join the club here. That's the that's the only thing. Yeah, Rindam, sorry about that, bro. This is like my first way of doing, right? But tomorrow we will do uh, tomorrow I'll not be doing it in this way, okay? Tomorrow we'll be focused on the design. Like to do random chit chat, uh, we have our 10:30, all right? This is meant for productivity. So I'm really sorry that today we were not able to achieve that productivity, but tomorrow we are going to do a different design and I hope that will be more productive, right? If the time doesn't work, and then I'll shift this to some late night like 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Or maybe early morning like 8 a.m., right? But this is important for me as well, right? I also want to improve my brain. So this is just me improving my brain, also thinking power. And so now the next time, right? Next 20-25 minutes, I have a top mate sessions in around 6:30. So I have to drop at 6. Not 6, right? I'll drop at let's say 6:15. Uh, we'll do it like we want to learn something, bro. This is like today's stream. If I am myself honest, it's like chill stream, right? I am just talking bullshit, and then that's not helpful. I can talk the whole day, right? So, but I don't want to do that. So let's start a quick Pomodoro again, and let's be effective, productive for this 35 minutes. So okay, so now where we were, right? So we have our then you can have things like description and whatnot. Those are less important. But what do we had in our order? So in order, we have lot of things. We have customer ID, order items, and amount. Now, how do we store order item, right? That's one of the question. Before I do that, let's do simple things. So let's say that you have private string ID. That's simple. You have private string customer ID. That's also simple. Then you have private int total amount. That's also simple. Then you have private. Now you have order items, right? Do you want to store it with the order item key in a map, or you just want to create it in a list? That's a question that you need to ask. If you have to update a quantity of a order item, right? How would you do that? I would say that let's go ahead with a map only. Uh, we don't want to create a list here. Let's go ahead with a map, and then we can add things later, right? That would be my suggestion. Let's go ahead with a map, or let's go ahead with the value, right? Both are equally fine. If you want to keep the design system simple, we can go ahead with a list. But let's say then there is a ask to update the count of a particular list, then that would be little bit tricky, right? Yeah, let's go with map only. Let's go with map. Anyway, I'm big fan of map, guys, so I'll go with map only. Map is like the beautiful data structure. So this I will probably use again public order um, string customer ID. Total amount is something that we will calculate. Uh, order item also is something that we can add to it, right? Or we can get it from the items. Now that is something that you could construct. So what I will do is, right, I'll keep it two ways. So this is another way of doing things, but for now we can just do it in a list way, right? So items, order items, and then this dot customer ID is equal to customer ID. List order item is equal to order items, and then order items, and then what you have, amount we don't need, and status also we don't need. So whenever you are creating, we'll assume that this is created with a pending. Uh, so items is equal to order items, and then this is coming because I have not imported it. It's simple things to fix. And let's create a order status. I think LLD pending. Uh, what are the status? Pending, and we wrote it right? Pending, placed. So pending, placed, deliver. These two I will just keep. And let's keep it other like pending, placed, shipped, delivered, cancelled. Right? So this dot order status, then we'll use it order status dot uh, pending, payment pending, or you could call it payment pending. Whenever you create a order, you call it payment pending, and then you initiate a request for payment, because that will always happen in 2 steps. Why is this giving the error? Pending cannot be. Is this not the correct way? Quick fix. Oh, payment pending. Okay, this is like one way of doing it, right? Now, order would have lot of functions. First would be the calculate amount one, right? So public, or first would be like getters and setters, right? First, like, let me see if now that thing is coming. Still not. Why the plus sign is coming here? See this getters and setters I will create. Generate getters and setters. Cool, awesome. See, this is okay. This is something that is okay to do for these naive classes, like for customers and whatnot. But again, I would ask the interviewer. I would not do it blindly. I would ask the interviewer first, shall I just create getters and setters using the inbuilt function, because it is going to take more time. If the interviewer says that, yes, you can do that. I have done that in one of the interviews. Like one interview said that no, no, you can just skip the getters and setter. Or even they will just ask you to, okay, you know why we are making this private, that is okay, you can just go ahead with public. Because time is of essence, guys. You have to understand these things. Time is of essence. Um, you only have 60 minutes to make your code work. If I am writing, so this is like 30 lines of code that I have to write manually. So, like probably 5 minutes at least it will take. There are so many design patterns, which one to use? Bro, you will learn. Arindam Datta, if we do this for let's say 3 months, right? It will stay with you. Just like in this design patterns, you missed it. So we have used two design patterns here. One is this strategy pattern, other is this singleton, and also factory will come into picture. And then builder also you can use. Those three patterns you can use straightforward. And also Arindam Datta, like you are also experienced guy, right? I would like to say kudos to you. You have been watching this stream from the morning itself, so you are really on a right track of studying. You are doing good, brother. Eventually, you will get the fruit of it. But the only suggestion I would do for give to you is uh, instead of just me, instead of just watching me speak the bullshit, you also do code yourself, also, right? Don't just listen to me. Probably by the end of when we complete any design, it should be there on your GitHub also. Probably in a better shape than mine. Think of me as a your coaching teacher who is not expert himself but likes to motivate you. That's me. So now coming to important ones, right? So can I just minimize these? Yes, I can do that. These are okay. Now we want good one, right? We want public uh, int generate total amount. So this is we are like generating the total amount or generate order bill. Generate order amount. Or let's call it order amount also. There is nothing like total amount, order amount. Or even amount you can just call it, right? Because it is already above amount. So this will take in none, right? This will not take anything. But here we'll go with simple math. So you'll go with the order item and order item and then items. And then you will say that amount plus order item dot get. Okay, so we did not add getters and setter here, right? So you need to do that. Uh, let's do that. Slash star. Now here this slash is working. I need this bell icon. Yeah, generate getters and setter. Sometimes we don't really need the setter, but it's of no harm. So get ID is already there. Cool. So now getters and setters are there. Now we come back here and then we say that order dot get. Now here is the thing, right? So or you can get the product ID, right? And then you have to call your product class also. So order item, you got the product ID. Now you want to get the product, right? So probably get product is missing here. Get stock and then get product with ID is missing. Public product, get product, string ID. Now this could be done in a different way also, but here probably we would say we need to have a product mapping, right? This function needs to be in your order item class. So you can't just have a mapping. So that's one of the mistake probably in the design. So here it would be better if I have a reference to the product itself, right? So like, because otherwise I cannot give that responsibility to the product. So product, product, but on UI it will not be like this. Just to be cautious, guys. So let's replace this with product. Okay. That you don't really need here. So now in here, what I would do is order item dot get product dot get price, and you do it with order item dot get quantity. That's it, right? And then your int amount is 0. So this dot amount, order amount is equal to amount, and then are probably not this dot amount, right? Return amount, and then this dot order item is equal to generate order amount. And let's just re-verify this, right? Command I is okay from interview point of view. See, I already know this is okay, but it's like you should always have a couple of different solutions. It's not working. Oh man, what has this done? Cancel, close. This is good enough. Okay, got it. Off topic question. In DSA rounds, do they give you editor like lead code and run all the test case? Bro, it depends. In some of the, it will be on HackerRank where you will not get all the test cases, bro. There will be couple of test cases. It could happen on HackerRank. It could happen on your online compiler. It never happens on something like lead code. That is only for online assessment. Is my voice not audible? So this is good for order amount, right? We'll fix some of the errors that we are getting. So get order amount is not that, get total amount. This you don't need. Or you could also call it order value. Order value is more popular term, I feel. Why cannot you return the pro? No, here you can't return, right? Here you can only. So two main questions we have answered here. Let's write getters and setters for this also. So that is also okay. Product is also okay. Order. And then order item, order status, customer, product. Payment is okay. Payment we can design later. Let's go to our Amazon service. Now here first thing is that I want to without Google. This is something that I need to write without Google. So public class Amazon service. Now I want to make it a singleton. So singleton class means that instantiation of your class should not happen. That means that you should have a private uh, and static thing that should be only accessible by it by giving its object only by giving it. So that's it why you need static. So private static Amazon service instance, let's call it with small l, private static, and that is of type Amazon service. Let's call it instance only. Now I also need its constructor, but that also will be private. Private Amazon service, and you will just in this you will check. So this is just private thing, right? This for now I'll keep it empty. But now how do I get the instance? So you need to create, this will be public because this will be called from outside, and it will return Amazon service and get Amazon service, right? And in this now, if your instance is equal to null, then you are going to create instance is equal to new Amazon service. So here we'll initialize this in this private constructor, right? Here now this is singleton thing, okay? And then if it is not null, you just return instance. So this all part is singleton. Now this is like a lazy singleton. Some other things that this will have is your maps, right? So you will have private map string. Again, we'll just keep it string, and then you will have customers, private map string, uh, product. You will have products. This is all inline. Private map string, and then you have orders. So here you will create those customer is equal to new concurrent hash map products concurrent hash map. Now this map again I have not initialized it, that's why it is coming the error. But this is good. Now this is the implementation of singleton. Just want to this should always be private. Uh, public, and this thing should be static so that it can be directly called Amazon service. This also should be static, I think. Yes, it should be static because I need to call this get Amazon function directly from that, right? And you can call make it synchronized so that you only call it once. So this is how singleton, and I did not use Google. That is a good thing. So it is still there in my memory somewhere. And Java is not my primary language. That is something that I am messing it up. Arindam Datta, it is there in the stream only. If you go to the front side of the stream, right, you will see that. It is there in the stream itself. Okay, guys, I have a top mate calls now. I need to drop off. But thank you so much. Bye bye. Code with Dinesh. Hello, bhaiya. Hello, bro. This is more of a LLD, bro. Uh, I am also doing lead code stream. Nice, bro. Nice. Bit up solve questions also lead code. Cool, guys. I think this has been a good stream. And then the only thing is that to complete this and have a demo class, it's a productive stream. But yes, cool. Take care. I'll just submit this part of the code to GitHub. Git dot git commit Amazon LLD Amazon slash e-commerce LLD part 1 git push. So cool. Thanks, guys. Bye bye. Yeah, random dot, just go to the start of the stream and you will find those things. Okay, just go to the start of the stream.